Justine Richardson here, and this is my commentary on Zooman and the Sign, the play that was performed at Dillard. What I enjoyed most about the play was not only the way the actors embodied their characters so well, but the emotion that they put inside of their voices. One of the most important things that they did throughout the entire play with all of the characters, when they felt a certain emotion, when they felt a certain way, they reflected that in their voices. The aunt that's in the play, she did an amazing job. I believe the character's name is actually the same as who the actual person is. The way she did her voice and her diction was good. There were hardly any errors that I could detect in the characters' voices, but I did hear some vocal fries. But at some points, I was thinking that maybe it was done intentionally, like they would get loud, and as they continue to speak and go towards the end of their sentence or the end of whatever their line was, their voice would, like, it would decrease, like the amount of bass, the tone of their voice would decrease. And I think maybe that was done intentionally at times, at points, to add effect to what they were saying. But the character that I liked the most was Zooman. He was amazing. He put a lot of emotion into his voice. There were hardly any errors that I can detect when I was listening to his monologue and his character. It was amazing. One of the students, his name is, I believe, what is his name? His name is Jordan. He played the uncle in the play, Zooman and the Sign. He did an amazing job as well. He gave a persona to his character, and his voice reflected very well that persona that he was giving to that character. To that character. You can hear, like, even though Jordan, he's not an old person at all. He's very young. I believe he's a freshman. He was able to embody the character's age, the way he spoke. You can tell that this character is obviously an elderly man because you can hear that in his voice, the way he would rise and the way he would let his voice fall. And, like, this not only applies to him but to all of the characters, but Zooman has to be the most amazing. The character person, like, personally, his character was one of the best for me because it was interesting to see him conflicting with himself. But it was also interesting to see the actor bring to life his character so well just by the way he was carrying his voice. The way he would say certain things. When he was angry, you would hear his voice rise, or when he was upset, you would hear his voice kind of fall. When he said something that you can tell brought some type of pain to him. Like, at one point in the play, during Zooman's monologue, he was talking about a relationship between his father, and when he was talking about that relationship, you can kind of hear the tone of his voice decreasing, going down. He wasn't very loud, but he was trying to add that emotion into that voice, so he had to adjust that tone so that that tone of his voice could match the emotion that he was trying to depict through his character. So that was one of the most interesting characters of the whole play, and it was amazing. I wish I could have seen it more than one time, but I was only able to see it once. And the way they embodied their characters, not just the way they acted, but the way they sounded, it was wonderful, and everyone did an excellent job. And it was very interesting to hear that there wasn't many errors. You were able to detect some of the errors, but they did very well when it came to their voice and diction, and that was the best part about the play.